Dr. Christopher Von Jako has served as President and Chief Executive Officer of Brainsway since January 2020. A global medical technology company, Brainsway focuses on developing cutting-edge medical devices that help advance the field of mental health care. Please help me in welcoming to the stage Dr. Christopher Von Jako.
As he said, my name is Chris Von Jako. I want to thank the organizers here for inviting me to this very special event today. I'm from Boston, Massachusetts, and as was acknowledged, I run a medical device company. It's called Brainsway. Our mission is to boldly advance neuroscience to improve health and transform lives, and we do that every day. We do that every day with our providers, which are really important. I've spent my entire career working in the medical device industry, which is now almost 30 years. I went down this path since my father was a physician, and he had a true passion for helping people. My brother is also a physician, but I was the black sheep as I headed down the engineering path. Besides being a boss and a colleague, I'm also a husband to an incredible woman and a father of 2 boys. 10 years ago, my older son, Nolan, was 10. When he was 10, he said to me, when I became a CEO of another medical device company, he said, Papa, which he called my dad, only treats one person at a time. And Dad, you are helping so many doctors treat many patients. That was incredible insight from a 10-year-old. And he's right, I have an unbelievably rewarding job. All of my career has been focused on minimally invasive or non-invasive treatments of brain disorders. And most of my career prior to Brainsway was focused on cancer. So why am I here? 3 reasons. First, impact. To make a greater impact. There are 1.8 million new cancers a year in the United States, and there are over 50 million people each year struggling with mental illness. And these people are there and their families are desperately looking for solutions. So I'm here personally looking to make that impact that I can. Second, awareness. When I was growing up, the silent killer was smoking. Some people today believe the silent killer is sitting, which leads to cardiovascular disease. So I'm glad we're walking today. But I believe it's mental illness. So often over the years, when people had an issue with cancer, they would reach out to me, and I was able to give them advice and tell them where to go, and even make the right connections for them. With mental illness, it's different. You see, my older son, Nolan, who just turned 20 on Tuesday, ran into issues of depression more than 5 years ago. Our family came to a complete halt at that time. And my wife and I struggled to find the answers and the right people to speak with. This was despite all of the medical connections I have, and also living in Boston, which has a huge epicenter of healthcare. And on top of that, the pandemic did not help much either. We finally got a proper diagnosis of OCD with comorbid major depressive disorder. And it's even been so incredibly hard with the many different doctors he's met and the different trials of medications that have really not helped him. And as parents, it's been so difficult to see our child suffer. Like for us, very difficult. You look at him and you never know anything is wrong. So he should be fine, right? But he's not. His mind never stops. Luckily, he's on a better path now. He actually had the Brainsway treatment several months ago and is doing better. However, not every day is great. I spoke with him just a few minutes ago before this started, and our conversations about me sharing his story helps fuel him, as he and I both know it's important to share stories to help reduce the stigma. And the third reason, and lastly I'm here, is to help bring hope. You see, national campaigns are great, but there's nothing like events like this in the community. It's so important and special for a community to step up like you have done today. So with that, I want to thank you for all for being here, being an advocate and a supporter. Thank you very much.